So today we have characters that are down bad, and so Mordecai, Gumball, Brock from Pokemon, you, and that's all I got. So let's see what's up.
You probably shouldn't go, Margaret. I bet your boyfriend won't like you going on a camping trip with two dudes.
Stinks! Not even gonna lie, bro. That is what we call blocking yourself. Maybe through the law. You know what I'm saying? A little little detective question of your boyfriend might not like this. To indicate if she had a boyfriend or not. To help him grow up who likes her. She don't have a boyfriend. And you go to say, oh man,
Now, throughout my life so far, I would say I'm a pretty social guy. And I've had the privilege of meeting a lot of different kinds of people, you know? Like intelligent people that I know are going to do great things one day. People who are dreamers that are just really goal-oriented and got huge aspirations they want to achieve in life. And certain man who think wearing a whole jacket in summer is normal, fam. Like, you're weird, bro. You're weird.
Nah, if you have never seen a human being walk around peak summer, hottest day of all summer, in a winter jacket, ski mask, winter pants, you live in a tropical country. Because here in Canada, right, you don't understand how many times I've seen it. There's one guy at my old high school who would, no matter what the day is, full jacket in summertime. Oh my god, it's actually disgusting. Fashion is not worth heat stroke.
But that's beside the point. I've met and spoken to a lot of people in my life, and I'm not trying to say I'm a huge extrovert or anything, because I low-key be trying to avoid conversations as much as possible. But it's just that I just know a couple of people, and the thing I've realized about some of the people I've encountered is some people are just hella down bad, fam. Now, there's nothing wrong with actively trying to pursue someone. I mean, it's a normal stage in human evolution. Man encounter women, man take women out, and then 3 years later, the guy's paying child support. We know the cycle already, we do. But certain people would just be doing too much weird shit to even talk to somebody. And I think I know the reason why. This mentality stems from shows we used to watch, fam. Because I'm telling you, some of the characters in shows we would watch would be doing the most just to even get a whiff of somebody's hair. It was weird as hell, man. And I thought I would take the time today to mention some characters that were doing way too much, man. But without further,
Mary and Susan, that they had cameras on Gil. They cloned him. They try to become different people just to get near him. Oh my god.
Let's get into the conversation for the nation. And we start with one of the biggest bums of anime history, Kazuya from Rent a Girlfriend. And I'm gonna keep it real here. I used to rock with this anime differently. I used to really like Rent a Girlfriend back when it first dropped. I thought it was a really good romance anime at the start, and low-key, and then
so she's a toot? She's a frosty? Oh.
never missed an episode. Every time one of my friends would tell me the next episode just dropped, I'll be speeding home to go watch that shit. I'm gonna be honest right here. However, as the time went on and I consumed more of that show, I ain't gonna lie to you, Kazuya is proper down bad, and it's not even a joke. This guy will be spending hard-earned money. His parents will be sending him money for him to just spend time with a girl who is just doing it as a job. This guy is fiending for her. Kazuya was really out here spending this bread, this hard-earned money on some...
It's an anime about Frothy, and this dude's in what? Let's say high school. This can't be legal. I know it's legal in Japan, but I caramba.
Somebody to just spend time with them, and she was doing the exact same routine with other people she was going on dates on. The girl was following a whole script, fam. Oh my days, bro. But you know, for a period of time watching this, I didn't really blame Kazuya. Before we even started taking Chizuru out, the guy was heartbroken, devastated, starstruck. Guy's girlfriend just broke up with him out of nowhere. I mean, look at that guy's face. He was shocked as hell. And just going off topic here, his ex was an actual demon. And don't let her find this for you. She was low-key conniving and evil as hell. She was out here trying to sabotage Kazuya so bad, she would clown this guy in front of all his friends and literally tried to manipulate him and stalked him like crazy. She was evil, man. She was evil. She used to have scenes in the anime where she looked like she had no soul, man. It was crazy. But Chizuru was low-key taxing this man. In the first episode, when Kazuya first meets Chizuru and slaps her the doll, you can see that there's about 40,000 yen there. And doing some quick maths here, this guy was spending about 200 pounds just to pretend he has a girlfriend.
No. Nah, bro. Get on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Get you some lotion. Don't incognito. Rub one out. So I'm pretty sure she's not giving up no uh, special favors, or that's probably extra. So,
Friend, bro. Now, I'm not gonna lie, 200 pounds isn't a lot in today's economy. Shit, it's probably enough to get you by on a burger meal at KFC. But that's a lot of money to be dishing out when it's not even your money, it's the money your parents gave you. What are we even talking about here? But this isn't the worst part about the finances. So Kazuya and Chizuru have been doing the whole rent-a-girlfriend shebang for a while now. They've been doing it for about 300 chapters. And the
Damn.
amount of bread Kazuya has dropped on Chizuru is the stupidest shit I've ever seen in my entire life. Ladies and gentlemen, Kazuya has spent about 2.8 million yen on Chizuru.
my son could never. Oh my God, if my son, I see it, ever did that and I found out, I'm giving him money for food, for rent, you know what I'm saying? Keep him alive. And he has the audacity to pay for a girlfriend. Not have a girlfriend, take her on dates. Pay to have a girlfriend.
Now in dollars that's about 19k and in pounds that's about 14k. So he's out here spending some people's whole salary on Chizuru, knowing damn well Chizuru does not like him like that. This guy's a certified gooner, bruv.
Wait a second. Just make me think. I'm not mad at her at all. She's making money now. And that's off of one customer. Damn, what is she saying to bro to make him pay $20,000? Oh my!
But you know what? I waited. I was willing to look past this because I would think that later on they would be together and the whole renting thing between them would have just fizzled out or something. But that shit never happened. And then I dropped the anime because it was complete ass, bro. Kazuya has had no character development whatsoever and it's
Damn.
actually disgusting. This guy has no goals, no achievements, and spends his hard-earned money later. Like, he gets a job later just to keep taking a girl out who doesn't
Yeah.
even like him like that. What makes this even worse is that Kazuya literally has a girl in the show that likes him. Ruka has shown time and time again that she likes Kazuya. Most of the time she shows up, she's always trying to upstage Chizuru.
Man, don't you hate it when that happens in anime? Like, dude going out for the wrong girl, don't like him, likes his friend. But when a perfectly good girl, you know what I'm saying, who's attracted to, wants him, he's like, he just can't fathom, he can't see, he can't comprehend that. Damn. You know what I'm saying? Love.
Or flipping just do some shit with Kazuya. But somehow this guy is so whipped over Chizuru he doesn't see it. This guy sucks, man. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna go into this one too much because I don't think this will survive a court case, I'll be real. But that's beside the point. Kazuya had a girl that liked him and yet he still tried to pursue Chizuru even though Chizuru didn't like him. And as I was scrolling through TikTok, I just found out that in one of the latest chapters of the manga, Chizuru rejects Kazuya. And I'm not gonna lie to you, when I saw this, I thought that shit was wet, bruv. But look, how I think most romance anime is supposed to go is that it's supposed to be a slow burner. You know, it's meant to have that whole build up of the two love interests gradually getting closer as the anime continues. But the most important
Should I start watching romance anime? I really don't want to, but it seems interesting. Nah, I'm a grown man.
thing here is pace. How long does it take for two people to get together without it looking like the rides are just straight up milking it? Because if they do drag it and make that shit too long, you're just gonna fall out of it. And that's the whole issue with Rent a Girlfriend. This shit is so long for no reason. Why the hell is it 308 chapters for him to get told no? That doesn't even make any sense. What was the whole point of it then? And Kazuya stayed down bad the entire show. He had no development. He didn't change. The guy was still mad shy and timid around Chizuru the whole series. The guy was constantly trash. In conclusion, Kazuya sucks. Chizuru was dead off swiping his money. My man's gonna stay down bad forever. This guy's a proper bum. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's a proper bum. Now going on to my next character, we're gonna talk about Denji from Chainsaw Man. And this guy, Denji, is an absolute...
Yeah, he just want to feel something. Mommy milkers. Hey man, say man.
sicko. This guy is one of the most down bad characters in all of anime. I mean, right in the opening, Denji's on a leash getting pulled by Makima.
Yeah.
What the hell is that about? Get your freaky ass home, man. But Denji is proper down bad. And to be fair, I don't blame the guy as well. Denji's life before he became the Chainsaw Man was some bullshit. This guy was in an endless level of debt. Debt so bad, he was out here selling his body parts. And even that wasn't enough to cover it. So he went out there killing some devils. But that still wasn't enough to cover his debt. And the debt isn't even his fault. The guy inherited it. His dad hold him. But that don't matter because later on he becomes the Chainsaw Man. And he starts piecing up and gives the Yakuza that mess with him an unmatched ass whooping. And then from this point, Makima decides to let Denji join him. And from this moment on, ladies and gentlemen, Denji was doing way, and I mean way too much here. After he joined Makima, there's a scene where they're about to eat their lunch. And Denji had to ask permission to eat his own food. Makima lets him and then asks him, can you eat the food on your own? And then this guy, Denji, out here taking a whole 10 minutes, having a whole
Yes. I gave my food on my own.
revelation and epiphany. He was out here doing some next level thinking. So then he tells her he can't eat the food by himself. So then Makima just starts feeding him the food like he's one baby. This guy has no self-respect, bruv. Then he was just snipping over Makima the entire season, saying his goal is to grab some front. You feel me? Power then overhears his goal, and she's like, if you can get that cat back, I'll let you grab my chest. And this got Denji so motivated, fam. The guy was getting pumped out like he was a
Hey man, whatever gets you out of bed, whatever motivation you need in life, use it. It can be to grab drugs. It can be to move your mom out the hood. And man, say man, all of it is the same to me.
cameraman or some shit. The guy was talking crazy. So after Denji finessed the Bat Devil ferociously, I'm talking about he pieced him up. He successfully got the cat back. And now he starts getting to his business. And while he's going at this guy just starts getting a depressed realization. His power scammed him using pads to make her front seem bigger. The guy was scammed. So the guy couldn't even get in there properly. It's peak out here, I'm not gonna lie. So later on, he pulls up to Makima, and these guys were just out here doing some free.
Nah, you gotta give my boy around like a second try. That's not fair.
Oh shit, I don't know what the hell was going on here. And then Makima places his hand on her chest, and this guy just started spazzing out differently, looking like he had a stroke. Bro was tweaking it. And then
Never washing his hand ever again. Wait a second, can you regenerate? Bro, just cut your hand off. Pickle it so you never lose the smell, the taste, or whatever you got when you touch the drugs over the shirt.
And then this guy's freaky ass just gets riled up when Makima's like, if you kill the gun devil, I'll let you do anything. And Lord knows what the hell Denji's thinking about. Look at his shocked freak ass, bro. He's deep in all the possibilities and everything he can do. This guy was feeling differently here. My guy was doing a whole brain blast from Jimmy Neutron here. This guy's a sicko. Denji being down bad got so bad at one point.
Again, just a random thought. Do you think an Uchiha can unlock their Sharingan like that, just off like a whole bunch of emotion? You feel me? Like they just want to grab some chest so badly, they are like awaken their 3-tome Sharingan. Is that like possible?
I think this guy had one of the most weirdest scenes in anime history. So him and Himeno just start kissing, going crazy. And during that shit, she just straight out vomits in Denji's mouth, bro. That
Oh yeah, that. No, it's actually crazy. There's a human being on Earth that is getting vomit in their mouth right now, and they're going like a big bird. Yeah, bro. That's actually gross.
That's disgusting. But this wasn't even the worst bit. It was the fact that Denji full on drank the vomit. This guy's disgusting.
And by the way, he's like 16, 17, and all these other women, 25 plus. He's a victim.
Bro, oh my day, you sting, fam. Nah, that's nasty, man. You a freaky ass. That's revolting, fam. Denji really drank the whole thing like he had nothing to lose. This guy's nasty, man. But to be fair, right after he lips her, he started vomiting out in the toilet. So fair play, Denji. Fair play. Denji was moving crazy out here, feeling for the girls and Chainsaw Man differently. I was feeling bad for him. Every time he was going out there to mash up somebody or doing his job, he was only doing it because he wanted to get to second base with Makima. But you know what? I can't lie to you. I don't blame Denji. You feel me? You gotta do what you gotta do. Going on to my next character, we have Mordecai from Regular Show. so. Now we all know collectively that Mordecai is one of the most down bad people in history. This guy just sucks. Every time he would have an interaction with Margaret, this guy was struggling. Never got his words right or even knew what the hell he was doing. Like one time this guy was drooling over Margaret. He was fiending over her. It got so bad that Rigby would be
Damn. Ooh. Yeah, that's OD, man. That's OD, gang. Drooling over the huns. You can look and stare. You can be astonished. That's the word. But drool, yeah, bro. You a different type of freak.
consistently throwing this man the best assist ever. Rigby was out here doing some D-Way level assists.
Really?
Every time Rigby was out here helping him, Mordecai would fumble every single one of them. And then this guy had the cheek to say to Rigby, he's ruining his chances with Margaret. Shut the hell up, man. What are you talking about? Mordecai was out here doing the most for Margaret. Like paying for a full-on double date of 4 people that he didn't even go on. He drove all the way to her college to deliver her sweater, to even somehow
Yeah.
hitting a whole bear through a flipping wall. How the hell did Mordecai overpower Deathbed? The math ain't mapping it.
And she ain't guilt the neck. Yeah. I don't lie. Better man than me. I don't do anything nice that's out of my way for anybody. I don't care. That sounds like too much work.
The point is, Mordecai would be going above and beyond for Margaret sometimes, even selling out his own friends to do so. But at the same time, Margaret never rated Mordecai like that. Even though there were times they were gradually getting closer and it looked like they were going somewhere, Margaret did not like this man. Even though this was true, she told the guy his breath stinks. No one is recovering from that, bro. I swear. That gonna be the hardest thing one person can hear in their life. Imagine a girl you like told.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. This type of stuff that made you change your whole life. That's a canon event for you. Like, you gonna get a tongue scraper, you gonna wash. You gonna make sure you brush every single molecule in your mouth. You gonna brush your gums. Yeah, no. You gonna use mouthwash 3 times a day. You're gonna have one in the car just to make it 4, just in case. You're gonna carry the most expensive gum that never runs out. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Your breath stinks. I'm signing out, I'll be honest. However, this wasn't the worst thing Margaret's done to Mordecai, because in a whole different episode, Muscle Man and Mordecai make a bet to see if Mordecai can get a kiss from Margaret, and if he can't, he has to wear a diaper. And when Margaret found out about this, she just swerves Mordecai so he has to wear a diaper. It was peak here, I'm not gonna lie.
No. That's evil. That is
Sad. This girl went out of her way to completely embarrass him. But even after this, Mordecai was still fiending over Margaret. This guy pissed me off, man. But Margaret didn't like Mordecai enough. She literally broke up with him for no reason. And Mordecai was somehow still getting mixed feelings about Margaret, which annoyed.
were they getting were bullets being thrown at them?
The hell out of me a regular show. And the one thing that made me hate Mordecai's love life completely was for how this guy was treating CJ. CJ rated Mordecai heavy, and she wasn't even just some toxic weirdo or some manipulative bozo. CJ liked Mordecai, and Mordecai liked CJ. They were doing good here until Margaret comes back and sees them and just tries to completely
No. Man, bro. Wow, good girlfriend, and go over here cheating for the girl who don't even like you. Not something new. Someone who was told who told you they don't like you. Hey.
But
Damn,
she literally
damn.
came out of nowhere and said she still liked Mordecai. And as much as I don't like Margaret, that wasn't the problem here. The flipping issue here was that this shit got to Mordecai. At Muscle Man's wedding, this guy said he doesn't know who his soulmate is in front of everyone. And this shit pissed me off, man. Mordecai, you fumble. Margaret was getting to this guy's head. And then Mordecai had no one for the rest of the regular show, and that was probably for the best. As much as I can understand Mordecai's perspective and how Margaret affected him, he let the only good thing he had get away, which wasn't making any sense. The guy, look, he sabotaged himself. CJ liked him, and he liked CJ. But as soon as Margaret comes in for like 5 seconds, now all of a sudden you switch up. Mordecai, what the hell, man? And now,
I mean, technically, it's a bird in a cloud. Not sure they can. You feel me? But a bird and a bird go together. It's like when Spider-Man found girl Spider-Man, who was named Silk, and they kind of can't keep their hands off each other because they're kind of the same. Because Silk got bitten by the same spider Peter did, and they kind of just bang a lot. So it's like an animalistic thing, I guess.
for the final character. And this person hands down used to strike fear in my heart as a kid. I'm talking about when I was seeing him on screen, I'll be getting the heebie-jeebies and be feeling the same way as the character that's afraid of them. This person wasn't just down bad, but they were just straight up a weirdo. But without a further introduction, I present to you Panini from Chowder. And let's straight away just cut the shit. Panini was just straight up crazy. Chowder.
Yeah, I never watched Chowder. There's just one clip I like where he's like, "I'll never get married, never." Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
That's the powerful backing of Amex.
This is my favorite clip from Chowder. I just found it randomly. Hold on, if my computer decides to work.
Oh, it only makes sense to let your future wife and mother of your 12 babies win.
Wow.
12 babies? You must be out of your mind, woman. I'm planning to play the field till I'm at least 34. Then maybe, if I decide to settle down and get married, I'll think about possibly considering about maybe toying with the notion of having one child. That's it. And I'll have it by myself when I'm ready. Thank you very much. Oh, so that's how it's gonna be, huh? Then you leave me with no choice. Time to bust out the big guns. No,
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
please.
Was getting tormented by this girl. It was criminal to be watching as a kid. Like the episode where she manipulates Chowder into raising a flipping blue banana saying it's their baby.
Damn.
Tripping him, crying and shit. Making this guy feel bad because Chowder's obsessed with food. So she's manipulating his whole obsession with food to get him to be
Eat it. Eat it. Just eat it and get over with.
close with her. This girl was insane, I swear. And when Gazpacho tried to save Chowder, she went crazy and just started finessing him. She was just moving insane the entire show. Like the time when she threatened Chowder to hold her hand and her hand started burning his hand. She was low-key a psycho. She would get so jealous she would breathe fire.
Yeah, she got something in her eyes, bro. I don't know. Whoever drew this knew what they were doing. She got that crazy in her eyes.
There was a time when she declared child marriage legal so she could marry Chowder straight up. Chowder at one point was chained up and Panini took advantage of this, forcing him to spend time with her. She's evil, man. She was evil. But the irony in all of this is that they get married in the future, having a whole football team of kids.
Got him. Got him. Hey, man, I ain't never gonna get mad at someone for going after what they want if it's all consensual way. Got him.
So really, all of that weird stuff Panini was doing with Chowder his entire childhood went in the right direction she wanted anyway. This girl, Panini, was on a whole different level of being Downbad for Chowder. When there was literally a guy named Ceviche who wanted her. But then she still wanted Chowder. Panini was just really delusional. And I just felt bad for Chowder every time he was around Panini, because with how many times Chowder would tell her I'm not your boyfriend, she was still trying too hard to get to him. But free Chowder, Panini was a crazy woman. She was insane, man. But these were some characters that were down bad and doing way too much for some people's attention. If you guys got any different ones or just disagree with the ones I mentioned in this video, let me know in the comments down below. I love you.
She didn't say Sanji. Hey man, say man. Another one of my picks, Sanji. But like he said, end of the video. Bye-bye.
You guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.